day everyone. I hope someone has a go at building this and gives me some feedback. That'd be cool. Anyway, to begin with, you will need a 12-sided circular floor, which I have the instructions to make that in a floating base part 1. And it's not fully built, as you'll see here. We need to find the center of this so we can place a floor panel right in the center. So this is an easy way to do that. Because we're building an infrastructure that has sloping walls, we really need to be exact about finding the center. So remove all the walls except for the center wall, and we're going to build it so that it's 4 high, and then place the rest of the floor panels. And now we're going to place some more. If you're not familiar with any of these techniques, pause and read this information carefully, or go back to a floating base part 5 and 6 and practice that. Making kaleidoscopes is a great way to practice your timing. So we're going to do the reverse wire glitch, and we choose an item, position it in green state, and wire toggle and place almost at the same time. And what that does, you're using the object to place a wire. Now with the free end of the wire, just position it and attach it to the top of the floor. Take another small stone wall, position it in green state, and again wire toggle and place at the same time, connecting that wire to the first connection point we made, and repeat this. You'll be able to see it a little bit better on this shot. So we've created those connection points. Previously we've done the wire glitch, which is using the wire to place an object, but this is the reverse wire glitch, so we're using an object to place a wire. When I first started learning how to do these things, that really confused me, and I didn't really understand what I was doing for a while. But anyway, I'm hoping that your timing's going well. Now we're going to delete all those floors on the outside, and also the angled wire, the little short wire, because we only used it to create that first connection point. And there's the first one of these things that I created quite by accident. Do a reverse wire glitch to the top of the walls and pull the wire down to the first connection point. Now you can delete some walls out of the way. And here's some information that you need to know before we go on with the build. Now we need to delete that wire there before we wire glitch the glass wooden floor panel onto it, and we can see it glitched a nice angled piece. Go ahead and delete some of the other unwanted wires, but you must ensure that the angled wire is connected first before you remove it. Use small floor panels to move your glass floor panel upwards into a better place. This build does have a lot of information in it and techniques that some people may never have used before. remember, you don't need to finish this all in one go. You can save your game and do it a bit at a time, like I'm doing with the twisted pillar that I'm learning to build. Once the connection point is made, you're just going to build mode, wire toggle, use the place or build button, pull the wire down and connect it to the bottom. And you can see we can't do all of the wires at once because it will only do 10 at a time. So carry on and finish attaching those glass wooden floor panels. And then delete some of the wires that we started out with. Oops. If you delete one of those wires before you make your angled wire, you'll just have to rebuild it. Place the last 3 glass panels. You can use this structure for a lot of different builds. And we can now delete our infrastructure. Always remember to save frequently. The other floor panels will just snap build onto that. Can be a little bit tricky at the top. There's a lot of connection points. Just go around and check that you haven't missed any and continue to build upward. Now, believe it or not, this is probably the tricky part of this whole thing, is making that structure. And when I built the first one, I used different base building parts and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I was just messing about, and I had to remember all of this to recreate the build. So we're going to use the light floor panels, and they need to be snapped on to the wooden panels in this orientation. That little gap on the upper left hand corner is what you look at. And if you can now use the wire toggle technique or wire glitch to glitch on some light fixtures, you'll see that they will follow the right orientation, and that is dependent on how we arrange and rotate our floor panels. You can see what's happened there. I've accidentally transferred the colour of the light fixtures onto the floor panels. Just finish glitching those light fixtures on. If you misplace one, just delete it and go again. If you get it in the correct spot, it shouldn't really do that, but strange things happen, you know. Sometimes they do glitch on weirdly, not often. Now we're going to use the beautiful compound bulb. These are stunning in big kaleidoscopes. And be very careful not to miss any of those connection points. You'll see there's two close together, and that's what that should look like. And then we're going to carefully delete those. Make sure that you save before you start deleting anything. And this is going to be a bit awkward, this part. The orientation of these light floor panels is that little gap in the bottom right hand corner, and you can see that's wrong, and that's wrong, that's correct. Yes, and it is a little bit hard to see. So you've got those horizontal lines on the bottom of the light floor panels that meet up, and then you've got on the right hand side of that floor panel an angled up floor panel and an angled down floor panel with that little gap on the lower right hand side. And then final step, we're going to very carefully wire glitch the resonators into place, and you can see that those angles that the connection points have made on the floor panels is what gives us our beautiful pattern. Please let me know if you want the videos to go slower. I speed it up because I'm aware that you can replay the slow bit over again to check, and I'm aware that people don't have huge amounts of time. So there we are. Now all we need to do is delete the scaffolding. I didn't delete all of the bottom of this because I thought I might do something more with them, but I'm not sure yet. I love that shot. Thanks so much for watching, and I really would love to have some feedback on this if you've attempted to build it. Be kind to each other and yourselves. See you later.